Last month, I built this really awesome Lego Star Wars Moc using 7 of these battle packs that I bought. I didn't end up using all the pieces. I got a ton of extras here, some of the figures as well. I didn't even use them. But I'm really happy with how the Moc turned out. It looks super cool. Today, though, we're going to destroy this all. We're going to restart. We're going to start from 0. I even have, right in front of me right here, let's open it up, 3 more of those packs, which will bring us to a total of 10. So, oh, check it out. Oh, so cool. So yeah, take that box away. Thank you so much, Amazon. But yeah, I picked up 3 more. So now we have a total of 10 of those battle packs. And we're going to go ahead and build what I would like to think should be the ultimate Moc. I'm very excited. This is the battle scene that I created the first time around. This time, I have kind of a few goals. For example, number 1, I want to make sure that I use every single figure this time around. I don't want to waste anything. I want to try and use as well more of the pieces. I have so many extra pieces left here, but I went for more of a clean aesthetic than using all of the pieces and going for like a high piece count. This time I'm going to do the opposite. Now I really want to have a way higher piece count. And now we're going to have 40 minifigures. We're going to have 20 of the Mandos and 20 of the Imperial Commandos. So now that's going to be interesting. We could really create quite the battlefield. So let's go ahead, take this all down, and I'm not even gonna brainstorm. I'm gonna just start building. I'm gonna just start building what I think is cool. I think the idea that I had going here of like a battle scene is just awesome. So I think we're gonna continue with another battle scene. I just kind of like it. I don't think there's really much else I'd want to build other than a battle scene because all these pieces here are such good detail pieces. I mean, look at this cool little I just broke it all. Well, I had a little mountain rock there, but whatever. You get the drift. It's cool. They look nifty. I mean, look at that piece. Just random. But it made it look really cool. Even got this bad boy. Yeah. Awesome stuff. Let's go ahead and get the ninja that's hanging out in the top there. Get rid of him too. Yeah. I believe what I'm going to do is use the time lapse to show you guys the best progression from start to finish. Oh, okay, again, that just all collapsed. So this was all built up on empty promises and dreams. And it's all falling apart now, but it's good though. There. Easy cleanup. Very nice. Let's open up some battle packs quickly. Battle pack number 2. Our 10th and final battle pack to add to the collection. Whabam! That is all of the pieces that we have to work with today. Whoa! That's crazy. So many pieces. Look at all the figures. Oh my, 40 Star Wars clones. Those bad boys are gonna be put to some good use, I think. Definitely. I'm gonna find a good way to use them all this time. 20 on 20. That's the battle. Maybe that could be like the Moc name. 20 on 20. So cool. But yeah, let's start that time lapse and let's get tinkering. I started off by making a giant home base for the Mandalorians to defend. Now, we have tons of tan pieces. That's what I used mainly for like the first floor. I used a whole kind of like, I would want to say like a mountainside kind of detail. I used another like slanted light gray piece as a second floor, which turned out really cool looking. And then I just used different slopes to add different details with different edges. I also wanted to make a ton of tiny little island pieces and area pieces for figures to hang out, hide behind, use as cover. So I also had tons of those slopes as you had seen there last clip. I didn't know what to do with them. So I stacked them together. That was a wall. Right here, I'm building kind of like an L corner wall. I threw some turrets on it. I thought that was kind of a cool little touch. I grabbed the home base quickly,
And I started messing around with these translucent little stick pieces that actually hold figures up in the air. So I'm able to connect that and turn that into a really cool little action shot. Here I'm adding another little cliff hideable wall. I use these little slope pieces that go on the back wall there, so figures can actually come and be raised, and it actually works out really well. Here's another one. I was going and making, this is going to turn out to be like a double wall here with some end pieces. I think it was interesting. Again, just kind of experimenting with all the different pieces that I had available to me. I've gone and taken 10 Ambush on Mandalore battle packs, and I've turned them now into this awesome looking mock. I'm so happy with how it's turned out. Let's go ahead and start with the Imperial Commandos side and talk about them first. A lot of really cool pieces here. I tried to use every piece that was available to me in the set to create this mock. The guy in front of me here, he's trying to grab some supplies right now, like a grenade, take it into the battlefield. We've got two guys that are perched up behind this really cool little landscape, kind of some protection, trying to hide behind the gunfire, but they are shooting down. We've got a really big base in the middle there. That's kind of what this whole mock is centered around. So we've got all the Mandos trying to run out, get a hold on the situation, while the Imperial Commandos took all of the landscape around the base and is using it to their advantage. We got this commando in, I don't even really know what this is, just kind of like a random little block piece I made. Another like little landscape piece. I put these here just as like a little decoration almost. I thought it kind of dolled it up a little bit, made it look a little bit nicer. Coming on the far right side here, we've got one Imperial Commando kind of hiding a little bit. Not sure if I decided whether or not he's scared, reloading on his ammo, or just trying to come up with a better attack plan. I am going to move this little set piece right here because I really like it. So I had these angled base plates and I was like, I don't know what to do with them. So I just decided to stack them all up together. And I made this really interesting kind of little landscape that they can hide behind. It's like a mountain wall. We've got this weird beige and dark gray slope looking thing that's going on. I don't know. I really like it. I think it's cool. And with how the figures are sat there, I think they're pretty awesome. This Imperial Commando has some translucent pieces that are kind of boosting him up, which is giving him a little bit of a height advantage. I thought that was kind of cool. But yeah, just a different, interesting little piece that I wanted to incorporate into this. A lot of these set pieces are kind of like crazy and random like. On the very far right side here, these two Imperial Commandos are left on their own to try and get the right side attacked here. They've got quite a few Mandalorian troops coming in towards their way. I do really like how this set piece looks. Again, the front here I use different kind of variation of slopes just to have some different adversity. I like how this little turret's looking. It's a little random, but it's like I just added some height to it. Made sure that it goes over and shoots over the wall. But yeah, we got one little commando taking some cover there while this bad boy's trying to fire some pot shots in the distance to make his way to the Mandalorian home base. Now, kind of like in the middle section of our little horseshoe shape here, this Imperial Commando is flying. Very happy with how it turned out. I like all the little connections of the pieces there to bring him, but yeah, just to have like an actual figure up in the air is just something different. I think it's awesome. He's right now trying to shoot those snipers that are just absolutely honed in on him. I don't know if they're going to be able to take out that night owl. Probably not. You know, fingers crossed. He does a little bit of damage, but we got Homeboy on the bottom there. He's doing okay for now, unlike some of the other folks. In the back, on the far right, we've got one Imperial Commando down. He's already lost his weapon. We've got the Mandos that are responding. They've already hopped out of the base. The one on the top right, in the middle right here, he's got a little translucent piece that I've used to kind of give him some more leverage as well. So he's jumping off of that landscape there. But yeah, I think it's kind of cool. They're like, again, they're responding to the far right side here, trying to deal with this distress. Moving on, let's go back to the middle here. This is kind of where we've got a bunch of turrets
Lots and lots of extra turrets. I believe there's 20 figures of each. 20 Imperial Commandos, 10 Night Owls, and 10 regular warriors of the Mandalorians. So even playing field there. But yeah, cool little turrets. I like them, and they do actually fire. So shoot it off. Woo! That is gone. I think we did snipe the bad boy on the left there, though. Very cool. This one, this little set piece right here, I was so happy with how it turned out. I just like the smooth slope tiles. And then we've got an Imperial Commando doing some sniping over that dark gray. You know, he might not look like he's looking, but he's looking. Trust me. He is. But yeah, we've got him with the sniper trying to go downrange, pick the bad boys off. They got the guy in the middle. He's down. He's got the double pistols. I really like how many weapons we get in the battle packs here. So I was able to give certain guys double pistols. I tried to give mostly the Night Owls the double pistols, kind of like a ranking thing. But yeah, that Night Owl right there. Trying to go for that Imperial Commando. I don't think I mentioned, but in the middle there, we've got 2 more guys down, an Imperial Commando and a Mandalorian Warrior. So we've got 3 guys that have taken some fall damage. There's a 4th there. He's got just a little hit. He's only got a 1 stud hit. The other guys I tried to show, they've got multiple little studs. So they're definitely hurt a lot more than this bad boy. So he can get a couple more shots in before he might not be in the war no more. These are our final troops of Imperial Commandos. We've got just kind of some more basic boys. We've got our turret boy, 2 guys with more regular rifles to defend, trying to attack this left side of the base. So this is kind of like their point of view, looking at the Mandos. They've got quite the troops coming out at them on this side. I would definitely say they're a little undermanned over here. Coming into our last little movable set piece, except for the one over there. This one right here is another really cool one. This one's got 2 turrets, 2 Imperial Commandos manning them. Some cool slopage kind of going here. And then this Imperial Commando is taking a big high jump. He's already getting some air, trying to create a little bit of space. He's trying to go after the big 4 boys that have all piled out. So, moving on now, getting into our Mandos, there's tons of them. They don't have a big base, right? Like I said, they're all in the center here, stuck together, while the Imperials are all around. So, with these Mandos, we've got a lot kind of going on here. This is the only small little piece that they have as a little extra base. Got some cool tan slopes. I loved how many tan slopes there were out of these sets. Like, there's so many. So not only was I able to make this huge, awesome base, we have a little bit of dark gray slopage there, but most of that's just tan. Getting back to this guy here. So on the far left, we have him with the double pistols. I think he is actually, he's a regular warrior, so he's not a Night Owl. So I lied about the whole only Night Owls get the double pistols. This cool guy, he's got the regular rifle. In the middle on the floor, I was able to make this little slat where there's actually some spacing there, and then I stuck a rifle sniperman right there. So he has the full coverage where he's not taking any shots by any means, but I had it facing just like that. So he's been shooting kind of down in the center here. That's how he was able to get this Imperial Commando. And he's going down range for this bad boy right here. And nobody else can see it. Because the lower I bring the camera, look, he just disappears. Doesn't even look like the Mando's there. So yeah, he's being a sneaky boy. Up a little bit higher, this boy, he's not being sneaky. He's even going out with a bang. He's got a grenade in his hand. He's looking to toss that bad boy pretty soon into the group of Imperials here. But yeah, I really like that little island we got going on there. We've got 3 boys popping out, ready to join the fight. Coming up to the top of our big home base, we've got 2 snipers here. They're honed in. They're doing some work,
trying to get that damage done. I think it's going to get a little tricky here, try and show the home base without moving it to start, but I just want to show it in its original position mostly. This is the right side. Tried to just add a bunch of different little cuts with the slopes just to have some cool little detailing. Again, I'm really happy with how it turned out. I had a lot of really cool tan pieces to work with, so there was a ton of abundance with that. I even put a little bit of light gray on the top there, just as like a cool different little finisher. I like it. I really like how it turned out. Now we're going to go ahead and actually finally turn it so we can actually see what's kind of going around the other side, because there's actually lots going on here. So I have a Mando in the far back here, a night owl actually trying to crawl out of the very back of the base to join these guys over here. Inside the base itself, as you can see right here, we've got a Mandalorian going for some weapons. We got the double pistols there, we got a rifle, and I believe a little sniper, or is that 2 snipers? Looks like it's 2 snipers. You can't see, I might even have to tip it. That's how, it's pretty tight in this little home base, so I was trying to stick as many figures as I could. But down here, we've got another Mando that's got a supply crate open. There's another supply crate on the opposite side, so they do have some supplies. They're not completely left without, which is kind of cool. But yeah, there's a lot going on in that little home base there. The Mandos have some supplies to work with. They've got their weapons. They've got their men. Is it enough to take on these Imperial Commandos? I'm not quite sure. I'm not sure if they have it in them. That is going to be the end of this video, ladies and gentlemen. Comment down below what your thoughts are on this Moc, what you like about it, what you don't like about it. I'd love to hear all your guys' thoughts. Until next time, I'll see you guys in another video very, very soon. Have a great day, everyone.